Hello Tubesters, it's Gav and welcome to another one of my videos. Again, contrived, but hey, gotta have some type of introduction. This is an unboxing as the title says, but I wanted to thank a couple of nice people. That's Mr. and Mrs. Beetle, that's how they prefer to go under. Beetle contacted me a couple of days ago. He tried to send me well, he didn't actually say what it was. He tried to send me a kit a month or so ago, and it could have been longer because that's how long we had to wait for it. It was a classic case, I think, of somebody saying they've got the stock and they hadn't. I mean, I suppose they were relying on getting it in, and then obviously they couldn't. So anyway, and out of the blue, a few days ago, Beetle says, "Oh, we've got you something, Gav, and it's on its way to you." And they're often doing this. I mean, just like some of the other guys out there. I mean, the generosity of people, it does floor you, you know. It just people go out their way with just random acts of kindness, and it really does pick you up. You know, it's we're living, obviously, the whole population of the world is living in horrendous times at the moment, and people are going through all manners of different hardships and stuff. And before I actually get any farther, I just wanted to say there's a YouTuber called Ric Zink, and his daughter Veronica is seriously ill in hospital with COVID-19, and she's pretty sick. And one of the people that make this YouTube channel turn, that's Mr. Charlie Mack. Rick had asked him if he could just mention it, because obviously Rick's really bust up, and he just wanted some kind thoughts and prayers. Now, I'm not religious, but if my thoughts, Rick, if my thoughts can get Veronica back on her feet again, you've got every single one of them, Mara. You know, there's words fail you in situations like this. So I just wanted to say that. So if anybody either goes over to Charlie Mack's channel on his last one, Thoughts and Prayers video, you'll see what people are putting down there for Rick and his family. So Mara, she'll just bust this out of the park, I know it. There's enough people out there thinking so many good thoughts, you know. She'll get this, and she'll see it through. So you keep your chin up, Rick. I know it's not really the type of video to say that, but it came into my head, and as usual with me, I have to say things when they do. I just wanted to say though, people are having tough times, and it is random acts of kindness, whether you're just putting some kind words down to somebody you don't even know, or in this case, these guys we've never actually physically met, but they're always thinking of me. They know I have my own problems, and they, in their way, they help keep me on the straight and narrow. And it's not all about, I've always said this, it's not about receiving things, it's just the thought that people actually think about you, and that's very humbling. So, and they didn't want a video. I know they didn't. They said it on the last time, but I can't not do this. And also, I know. Sorry, I'm talking to you. I've just noticed there's a price tag on there, and as it is a gift, I don't really want to go plastering that over the internet. There we go. Right, guys, this is what the Beatles, not those Beatles, the Beatles sent me. It's a BanDai snow speeder, 1 in 48 scale. Now, Beetle's been trying to get me to do these for the last couple of years. Every time he sees a tank video where the tracks have gone all pear-shaped, literally, he's like, "Why don't you try a BanDai? They just click together, and you can still get your washes and paint on them and that." And I saw Phil Flory do some, obviously he's done the giant big Millennium Falcon. Because I'm one of these. when I say big fan of Star Wars, I love the Star Wars universe, or I did until Walt Disney got involved in it, and it seemed to get shredded. No, I'm not one of these haters. I don't even watch most of them. I think I gave up after about the third one. It doesn't have to have obviously they're far too old now. It doesn't have to have the original team in it. You know, Chewbacca and Han Solo and all the rest of it. I, for years, used to get all the different Star Wars universe books, all through the 90s and into the early 2000s, and I love the Star Wars universe. I just love, it doesn't have to be. Obviously, they branch off into lots of different characters and often, and of course the books as well. If you have a book, I love books. If you have a book, it anchors those characters. It doesn't matter. They can say, "Oh, they're this age and that," but you don't have to have some 70-odd-year-old guy, and then trying to have to make him fit into a storyline. He can still be 25. He can be whatever. So yeah, it's part. I'm not a Star Trek fan. I know. Whoa. Hear the stones being pelted off my house right now. I'm not a Star Trek fan. Battlestar Galactica. Although I did see that as a kid in the cinema. Although I did see Star Wars in the cinema, the very first one. How long ago was that? That's dating me. But I love the Star Wars universe. I think it's fantastic. All the different. I'll sometimes, even today, I'll go on Wikipedia and look at the different maps of all the different star systems and stuff, that are mentioned, because some of them might not even be mentioned in the film, but they're mentioned in the books, so they can obviously, it all gels together. Of course, from what I can gather now, Disney have come along and said, "Oh no, that's just fluff now. That doesn't really exist. It's our way of the universe," which is pretty sad, really. Never mind. I digress yet again. So now I'll be looking forward to having a go on this. It's not my genre. Normally, I'm building tanks badly, building airplanes badly, and at some stage I'll be building ships badly. Oh, let's not forget cars. We just see a pickup truck up there. No, you're not seeing it because I did such a bad job, but you will be seeing it whenever I get my other pickup truck out and do that, and then I'll put them side by side and see if I've got any better. Right. Let's go down to the bench and have a look at this Star Wars Snowspeeder 1/48 scale plastic model kit from BanDai. Right guys, thanks for joining me at the bench. I've just turned the overhead lamp off at the moment because the glare's too much. I'm conscious that this has been round for a fair while and there are 1,000,001 of these probably being built and shown off. But as I say, this is Gav's channel, and I'll put on what I want to, putting it bluntly. No, I just like, when I get something in, I like to unbox it, and because there are people, I mean, like myself, I've never seen a BanDai kit in the flesh before. I've seen them I've been to Telford a couple of times and things like that, and I've seen different kits, but I've never actually seen one on my desk. So let's have a look at it together. Box is, up, down, top box, bottom box. That's let's see if we can get it. There's 2 crew figures in there. It comes in a couple of plastic colours, but the crew figures you'll have to paint, I believe. You can stick these, like fake blaster bit bolts, beams, whatever. But that's what you get. On the other side, again, just artwork. Nice artwork. It's got the walker in the background. I think the same one there. Let's see, right way up, Gav. Right, guys, I do apologise. There's still a bit of a slight sheen, but we'll need the extra light on, I'm thinking. Gives you a bit of blurb on the actual T-47 airspeeder that became the Snowspeeder. Fast flying conveyances for patrol and defence of their hidden base. It took some doing to keep the crippling cold from permanently grounding their air force, but the rebel ingenuity overcame the relentless Hoth elements. The Snowspeeder is a small wedge-shaped craft with 2 forward-facing laser cannon. BanDai is a Japanese company, so there's obviously bits in kanji script on it, obviously for Japanese, I was going to say Japanese audiences, but you know what I mean, Japanese model builders. BanDai are well known for making Gundam, you know, the big robot things that Japanese really like. Not really into them myself, but they are really renowned for these. Now, as far as I'm aware, and as I say, it's my first time really looking at these instructions, you don't believe you glue any of these. They don't require any glue at all. I don't think they're like some of the entry level models for youngsters that you can get, you know, say Airfix are doing some at the moment. I believe obviously these are more, if not adult, they just require a bit more making sure you read the instructions, Gav. I would also, I'm going back a couple of 3 years when I remember seeing Phil Flory doing his, and he said just be careful though, make sure you look at them properly, the instructions, because sometimes once the pieces are in, the tolerances are so fine that you won't get them out again. I thought we were in the wrong part of the instructions, but there we go. So yeah, it's they are really well detailed, I have to say. You know, I mean, you all probably know the original Star Wars models that were made in the UK, as in for the film. They literally went out and bought loads of model kits and cut all the sprues up. And when you see like the big, like the Death Star and the battleships, I'm just trying to think, Star Destroyers, all the different craft, they're actually bits of Tiger tank and Panther tanks and things that they've actually the modelers put in to make them look like, you know, different parts of the engine. And if you study them, there are people that can tell you each film what model kit each part, but I think that spoils it really. But yeah, they still are though extremely well for such a small aircraft or craft. It's really well detailed. As I say, it opens up into this type of format, as you can see. I'm showing you under the camera. I don't see the point in getting any closer to you for you really. Just wanted to show really what the instructions were like. But this one will go together fairly quickly. You're probably going to have to leave the canopy off and things, because you're going to have to paint you'll be painting the cockpit tub, I'd have thought, off you know, painting it before you actually place it into the model, I'd have thought. Same with the figures. I don't know, well, I'll cross that bridge when I come to it. We've got at the rear here, we've got decal. Well, I don't think the decals, I think there's stickers on these. I'll show you these stickers now actually, as it's to the side of me. Oh, it says here, hang on, water decals, stickers. Oh, you've got oh, they do as well. Yeah, you've got two types. So you can either stick the stickers on, which are below. I'll show you that. I'm not going to get them out of the bag, but yeah, there's two. You can either use decals or stickers. Oh, that's nice. I just think the decals will probably obviously conform a bit tighter to the surface. So when you're doing your painting and when you're doing your weathering on top, we'll get a bit closer. So the blue one, that's our decals, and then obviously it's the stickers are below it, and it looks like you just do the decals the normal way. We've got our pilot figures, and they've got a couple of decals by the look of it on the pilots, on those helmets that they had the Rebel Alliance type of emblem on. That's good. That should weather up really nice, whether I use oils or... I've been trying out my AK weathering pencils on my LVT recently, which you'll see at the end of the week sometime. So oils or weathering, probably oils to a degree, because they'll go in all the panel lines. Let's get that out of it. I've taken the sprues out of the bag. Oh, sorry, you did say I'd quickly have a look at these. So these are the decals. There we go. Yeah, water slide decals it says. I thought they only did stickers, so I'm glad about that. And there's lots of tiny little stencils, just as there would be on a normal aircraft, and we've got the little different coloured emblems for the Rebel Alliance. Some cockpit details, stickers by the look of it. And cannons go around the canopy as well. So that's that. Do the main pieces first. Appears to be 4 sprues, 3 in a greyish plastic. Let's get that out. Obviously this is our main body. Panel line seems to be nice, you know, it's not too deep. These are the type of details. Let's have a look at this one. Let's get it down. Oh, no, I thought that might be a bit too much. See, that's the type of details we got. All that should take a wash really nice. Don't know if there's much more to show you on that. I think that's the same one, is it? Yeah, that's the same one. We've got some type of hydraulic struts there. Oh, these are the laser bolts. I'll probably just fit these loose. I'm not a massive fan of them, I don't think, but I might fit them loose just to say they're on there. Let's take them off. And that's in a fairly soft plastic. We've got the charcoal and the clear parts. Let's have an overview first. So clear parts, I've seen that on people's videos where they've managed to obviously put the clear parts onto the whatever else, but they're all nicely. It's obviously because there's a lot of you know, you can see the cockpit nicely through these, so you need them fairly clear. We'll go and have a look at some of this detail again. So we'll go on super zoom. Come on, Gav. Come on. Here we go. So lots of nice detail. I'm sure there are people that have super detailed these up to hell. That'll be the inside of the cockpit, I take it, looking at what it is. Got the seats. Where are we, Gav? Come on. Back to back seats. I think that's about it for that one, really. Not a great thing. We've got a. Oh, let's just show that. I'm not sure if this is the rear facing blaster, laser, whatever you want to call it, for the rear gunner, or it's the one that shoots I think that's supposed to be the cable that they shoot out the back. Might be wrong. What else we got? Let's have a look at that. See, this is our 3rd sprue. It's duplicated, but again, really loads of detail in there. I don't think you got on a lot of 1 in 45 scale jets and World War II aircraft you get that much detail, really. Yep, nice. And the last sprue, which is really pilot figures and a base. Let's get an overview first, rather than going around like this. Right, that's our overview. Stand, pilot figures and a few extra bits. Let's look at the pilot figures. That's what we always like to see. We do like our figures on this show. Fairly basic in the sense of, you know, there's not real any animation to them. That might have been nice. as they are renowned for, doing such precise moulding in that, I probably would have liked to have seen some better figures. As I said, I'm not saying so much in the moulding side of it, just a bit more animation. I know how much animation can you have in a cockpit, but it might have been nice just so they weren't so generic. But you can't have everything. Just a smooth base, which isn't really showing up on here because we're too close to it really. I'm undecided whether I just paint that as just snow, or I did think of putting some rocks and that in, but I think I might spoil it doing that. We'll see what I think. And we've got our lasers, and that is it. Again, thank you very, very much, Mr. and Mrs. Beetle. It was unexpected. I know you've mentioned it a few times, but I never expected a Star Wars kit to show up. So yeah, I'll be. It won't be going into the stash. I'm going to literally. My poor Starfighter. Just as I start, I've finished a commission. I've just got. In fact, after this, I'm going to be putting some varnish on, and you'll be seeing my French Foreign Legion commission tomorrow on tomorrow's video. I just thought I might as well put this one up first because they're obviously going to have to dry and everything, so you might as well wait till tomorrow for that one. So yeah, I wanted a few days off before I started getting heavily involved in the next one, because it will be a larger commission, back to doing Napoleonics but 18mm, and I've got a few days of clean up on those anyway, but I think I'm going to get this put together and built, because it shouldn't be, famous last words, hard to build. I think it's just really getting into the painting side of it, so I'll probably do that. Alongside the other commission, I'll be doing some. This one's my own actually. Little fella. I've been painting him up the last few nights. Still got a bit to go on him yet, but I've got a commission for Mezzers Minis to paint him some up for his trade stand and his videos and things like that. Not videos, his website. So I've got some 30-year wars to which I'll be painting alongside the Napoleonics. And before I do all that, apart from cleaning the Napoleonics up, I've already cleaned some of Mezz's figures up and primed them. I'm actually going to do, I've been wanting to do this for ages, which is I've got a Tommy's War figure here, 54mm roughly, and obviously from Tommy's War, so First World War, and he's a British tank corporal in the tank corps, and he's going on. I've got my blue foam ready, which I was going to do today. I've run out of time, so I'll be starting to cut that up tomorrow. He's going on a small base, a vignette as they call it, and I'll show you the backdrop of that as I build it. Now, I bought this a year ago, early pandemic I believe, and because I'd a Mara of the channel, who by the looks of it now has stopped making videos, but Mick, his grandfather was a tank driver in the Great War, and we were at Telford back in 2019, and I did ask Darren, who owns this company, had he got any tank corps figures, and he said no, but it's something I plan to do. And of course you think, yeah, right. And I bought the Turkish and the mounted yeomanry figure off him at the same time. And lo and behold, I went on his website last year and he got this, another one. I believe he actually might have three. And I bought this one. Didn't think much of it. Not think about it at the time. Another figure to paint type of thing. I got my little diorama in my head, and then I suddenly realised, well, Gav, he's actually talking to somebody, and he's gesticulating, as corporals tend to do. And I thought, looking a bit odd if I don't have another figure. So Darren's managed to get more money out of me because I've had to go and get another tank corps figure that he's actually talking to. So yeah, if you think he looks a bit strange, by the way, he's got the eye goggles over the top to stop splinters going in his eyes when he's in the tank. But anyway, sorry, I'm digressing yet again. What I'm saying is, before I get stuck in, I've allowed myself a couple. Obviously, it's going to take a lot longer than a couple of 3 days to paint, but I wanted to get that in the process. So the idea is, over the next few days, this is going to have to jump the queue, get this one done, and I don't mean rush it. I just mean but work on this one, finish it. The LVT. Let's get her over. The LVT, as you can see, is streaked and stuff, and she's going to be, in a minute, she's going to have her varnish on at the same time with the Legionaries, just a satin varnish though, rather than a matte varnish, and then I'm going to put the decals on hopefully tonight. And then she's got some more weathering to do, and then another coat of varnish on top, because she's a gaming piece more than a show piece. So anyway, so it's Snowspeeder, Starfighter, and 54mm Tommy's War figure, as far as I can get into doing that. That's the game plan. So there's going to be plenty more videos. So I have to keep swallowing. I'm trying not to sneeze. Plenty more videos coming up, as I say, at least probably 2 or 3 this week, and then obviously we've got a fair few to show as we go. So thank you very much for stopping by and taking a look. I'll just ask you once again, if there's any chance you can go over, and it's all a bit convoluted, but if you go over to Charlie Mack's channel, onto his Thoughts and Prayers video, which was his last one, I believe, if there's any chance you could put a kind word down to Rick, you know, sending your thoughts out to Veronica, that would be really appreciated, I think, by Rick. He'd pick him up no end, as much as you can be picked up, you know, at a time like this. But it'd be good to know that people are thinking of him and his family. Right, look after yourselves, guys, and we'll catch each other soon on another video.